Howdy, students. Oh, cool. Well, today we'll be talking about the four regions of Texas, which is essentially where we live. We live in Texas, and then there are four regions in Texas. So, first we have the coastal plains, which is where we live. Let me just make sure I'm recorded. Okay, awesome. We live along the coastal plains, and a region is an area that is unified by one or more common characteristics. There are the coastal plains, which is where we live in Houston, north central plains, Great Plains, and mountains and basins. The coastal plains are the largest region next to the Gulf of Mexico. It has a mild climate, humid along the coast. We have a lot of rivers, hills. Our resources are lumber, farming, trade, tourism, ranching, oil, and petrochemical industry. Oil and gas is huge here in Houston. And then 2/3 of the Texas population lives here. Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Corpus Christi, Laredo, and Brownsville, which is crazy. And then Houston clearly has the largest population. And then we have the Great Plains. They have a lot of rainfall. High plains, they're big on ranching. It is the second largest. It is up there in northwest Texas. Their climate is dry, not a lot of rainfall, cooler summers, and winters are cold. If you've ever been up north a little bit, like by Lubbock, that is how cold it is. It's super cold, and it kind of snows up there too. The landforms, they have plains, hills, rivers, and just a lot of things. Their resources are big on oil and gas. Oh, I have friends that have jobs over there because they're in oil and gas, farming, ranching, and their major cities are Lubbock, Amarillo, and Midland. So where in Texas are the North Central Plains? If you've traveled southeast from the Panhandle through Texas, you will see the landscape change. It goes from flat to rolling. And of course, the temperatures are way higher. Summer temperatures are in the mid 70s, but winter temperatures are in the 50s. So it's really cold up there. And then we have the mountains and basins regions, which is West Texas. It has a hot, dry climate. It has a lot of desert plants, and it has the Pecos River and the Rio Grande. Those are the big landmarks in this area. And it's also, the Rio Grande provides a natural border along Mexico. And then we have some vocabulary. Cap rock is a layer of hard, impervious rock overlying and often sealing in a deposit of oil, gas, or coal. The Bocanis escarpments, it's a geological fault zone. So yeah, that's a little. So I'm going to use this video to just supplement a little bit more of what I'm saying.
The Guadalupe Mountains are the largest mountain range in Texas.
About the mountains
this region
and basins
also includes Big Bend National Park and the Rio Grande River. The Mountains and Basins region is the windiest and driest part of the state. It is also the least populated. The region receives only 8 inches of rain annually in the deserts and about 20 inches per year in the mountains. Next, we are going to travel to the Great Plains. The Great Plains is the most northern region of Texas. The landforms in this area include plains, plateaus, canyons, and basins. The climate in this region is varied. It can be very dry and windy, and as a result, there can be violent storms. Next, we are going to head to the North Central Plains. In the winters, this region is cold, but in the summer, it can be the hottest area in Texas. Farming is common here because of the fertile soil, so many kinds of crops are grown in this region. Finally, we will arrive at the coastal plains. The coastal plains region is the largest and most varied region in Texas. The landforms in this area include forests, plains, and prairies. It is cold during the winter and very hot during the summer. This region gets more rainfall than any other region, at 30 to 55 inches a year. This region is famous for its vast fields of the state flower, the bluebonnet.